Hi everyone, welcome to Sandy La Pastelera. Today we are going to make a homemade pizza and we are going to make it in two different ways. We are going to make the dough by hand and using a bread maker. I'm going to be making this pizza recipe in two different ways. That's why I put the recipe in the description for 2 large pizzas and the recipe for 1 large pizza. So for this recipe we are going to need the following ingredients: 225 grams of white bread flour, half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of dry yeast, half a teaspoon of sugar, half a teaspoon of dry oregano, 125 milliliters of water, and half a tablespoon of olive oil. For the process of this recipe, we are going to start using our bread maker. So we are going to grab our mold and add water, olive oil, flour, sugar, dry yeast, oregano, salt. Place the mold inside the bread maker. Close it and put it for an hour and a half to mix it and to proof. To make our dough by hand, we are going to start adding our dry yeast into our warm water. We are going to mix it and leave it to rest. Then we are going to put on top of the table our flour. We are going to make a little hole in the middle. And then we are going to add the olive oil. We are going to add the salt around the flour, oregano and the sugar. And then we are going to add our water and our dry yeast. After kneading the dough, we roll it into a bowl. Once we finish kneading our dough, we are going to grab our dough and put it in a container, cover it, and leave it to proof for an hour. We are going to make our homemade tomato sauce. For this recipe, you will need 8 tomatoes, 1 onion cut in fine julienne. Now, let's cut the tomatoes into squares. Turn on the flame and add the olive oil into a pot. Add the chopped onions, garlic to your liking, oregano, paprika, Italian herbs, and let the onions caramelize and add the cut tomatoes. For the filling, let's start cutting mushrooms, half a green pepper, brie cheese, and basil. We are going to place the basil in our homemade tomato sauce and keep cooking it. We will also use in our filling olives, cranberry jelly, and red onion cut in julienne. The first pizza dough we have made in the bread machine is ready, and this is what the dough looks like. We are going to sprinkle flour on the table, place the pizza dough on top of the flour, sprinkle more flour on top. Using a rolling pin, we are going to roll the dough, turning and placing more flour so it doesn't stick to the table. Roll the dough into a round pizza-like shape. Roll the dough around the rolling pin from one side to the other so that the dough is wrapped loosely around it. Place it on top of the mold, which will be used to bake the pizza. To give it its final touch, twist the outer edge of your pizza using your thumb to shape it. Continue shaping all the way around your pizza. Pre-bake the pizza in an oven at 180 degrees Celsius for 8 minutes. After pre-baking it, add the homemade tomato pizza sauce, mushrooms, red onions, olives, green pepper, and lots of mozzarella cheese. To give it the final touch, add basil. Bake the pizza in an oven at 180 degrees Celsius for about 18 to 20 minutes. The next dough that we have made by hand is ready. Now we can roll the second dough and we are going to repeat the process. And using a rolling pin, we are going to roll the dough, turning and placing more flour so it doesn't stick to the table. After 20 minutes, our first pizza is ready. Add mozzarella cheese around the edges of the dough and close it using a fork. Pre-bake the pizza in an oven at 180 degrees Celsius for 8 minutes. After pre-baking it, add the homemade tomato pizza sauce, add brie cheese around the pizza, cranberry jelly, and lots of mozzarella cheese. Bake the pizza in an oven at 180 degrees Celsius for about 18 to 20 minutes, and after 20 minutes, our second pizza is ready. Now, the 2 pizzas are ready. Let's cut the first pizza. Now let's cut the second pizza. Our pizzas are ready. Here we have our first pizza that has our homemade tomato sauce, mushrooms, red onions, green peppers, a little bit of basil, olives, and a lot of mozzarella cheese. And our second pizza that has homemade tomato sauce, cranberry jelly, brie, and a lot of mozzarella cheese. And that's it! Thanks very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoy it. Please press the like button and subscribe to my channel, and see you in the next video.